الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونستهديه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فهو المهتد ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلوات الله وسلامه عليه يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. My dear brothers, given the short time in this khutbah that we have, I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to maximize the benefit inshallah for all of us, and to bless you all for caring about attending this weekly ritual, the ritual of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this blessed day, Al-Jum'ah. Today's khutbah is about reading Quran with contemplation. And to get to that, we need to really start reading it like a book. If when reading a book you don't understand something, what you do usually is that you go back and you read the part again to ensure that you understand what you read. And that's priority number one on how we should be reading the Quran. Treating Quran like a book of knowledge. Or when you're reading and you find yourself lost in words, without your brain processing what you're reading, which happens a lot when reading, we should go back to when we lost concentration and read the section again so that we make sure we understand what we read. We see that we do this actually with all the books that we read. But for some reason we don't do this with the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If we miss some meaning, we keep going, we keep reading. But this is something that we need to fix inshallah. And in the next khutbah I will talk briefly about how we can fix it, some of the reasons we have this mistake. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله وكفى والصلاة والسلام على عباده الذين اصطفى. أما بعد, I noticed that some of the religious habits or cultural norms that we have played a big role in why we are mistaken in our treatment to the Quran, which makes these mistakes sometimes a bit harder to notice. Mistake number one, reading just to get hasanat. Which is a good thing. When we read the Quran, of course we aim to get hasanat because we care about al-akhirah. But at the same time, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala promised, of course we know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala promised a hasana for every letter that we read, and al-hasana bi'ashra ad'afiha, and you get 10 times the hasana. That indeed is something Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala promised us. But we need to also remember that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran, كِتَابٌ أَنزَلْنَاهُ إِلَيْكَ مُبَارَكٌ لِيَدَّبَّرُوا آيَاتِهِ وَلِيَتَذَكَّرَ أُولُو الْأَلْبَابِ. We have revealed to you this blessed book so that people ponder over, reflect upon, contemplate its verses. That is the number one priority that we should have in mind. Before we care so much about reading the hasanat, this is the main reason Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed this book. And mistake number two is prioritizing hifz over fahm and ta'aqqul, which we do for some reason a lot. We prioritize memorization. When we open the book, we open it to memorize instead of actual understanding of the meaning, which is more important in my opinion. We find ourselves memorizing so many surah, so many ayat, but don't understand the meaning of these surah and don't understand the meaning of these ayat. Including myself, I'm pretty sure we've all fallen into this mistake, but inshallah from here on we will correct it. And this is the time where we stop and redirect ourselves to the right track. I find that we all have time at home right now. Given the pandemic that we're in, given the lockdown that we have, we've all got times on our hand. And there are so many online opportunities and family programs ran by Muslim brothers, by Muslim institutions here in Canada that, you know, help us contemplate the Quran. They started programs so that we connect to the Quran, understand its meanings. Alhamdulillah, I took action yesterday, and I urge you all to take action towards understanding the Quran. I attended one online seminar. It's very short, 45 minutes, but subhanAllah, it makes me understand the meanings of these ayat, and inshallah I hope that we all take an action towards it. Of course, we know that every Jum'ah we have to read Surah Al-Kahf, and we shouldn't read Surah Al-Kahf just to get the ending of it. We read Surah Al-Kahf to contemplate upon its meanings, because indeed it has reminders that Allah wants us to read every week. فاللهم اغفر للمسلمين والمسلمات والمؤمنين والمؤمنات الأحياء منهم والأموات. اللهم أنر قلوبنا بالقرآن واشرح صدورنا بالإيمان واجعل القرآن لنا نورا وهدى ورحمة. اللهم لا تجعل همنا آخر السورة، وعنا على فهم كتابك وتدبر آياتك، إنك أنت المستعان. وصل اللهم وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم، وأقم الصلاة.